What's up, dope fam? Back with another video. Big day today. We had a major pump when it comes to stock markets and Bitcoin. We had tariffs actually getting paused for the next 90 days. And as a consequence, we pumped majorly from the supports, as I showed you two guys from last video. And Bitcoin also pumped from our support levels. So looking quite good. During this video, I'm going to answer the question of if this is a actual relief bounce or is it a reversal to the upside, because of course you guys definitely want to know if we're actually going to pump from here. So without further ado, I'm Dope Oxide. I make content on YouTube, X, and CoinMarketCap, so be sure to follow those pages and let's get right into it. So first of all, when it comes to Bitcoin, we definitely pumped from support as predicted from last video. And I guess when it comes to updates, I'm quite excited as of now, but I don't want to be shooting the gun, especially at these current times, because I don't want to be a flip-flopper. And to me, trends do not change in a matter of one day. So as of right now, definitely be careful. I wouldn't be trading currently right now because we're basically testing resistance levels right now. But when it comes to macro scale and higher time frames, it's looking quite good. You guys already know I definitely look at the weekly charts quite often and relate to you. So when it comes to updates for weekly, we're actually back in the consolidation area for the bull market support band for the weekly RSI. So looking quite good. When it comes to this, I definitely want to see this break out to the upside. And I don't want this to be a bull trap, because if we break down, yes, I'll have to call tops from here. But it's looking quite good right now. And when it comes to updates and I guess lower time frames, so currently on the lower time frame, we actually, let me just delete these. We were actually having some buyer exhaustion coming in recently. So with the tariff news actually releasing this morning, we had a major pump in Bitcoin. And as you can see on the 1 hour, we had some retests on the RSI and we're actually breaking down currently. So when it comes to that, I suspect we will retrace a bit of the pump. What I want to see is a key retracement to our support levels and then make our way up. Reason being is major pumps like this tend to like to retrace a lot of its pump. And a massive green candle like this can't be faded. Like we definitely want to see some retest, because that just shows the pump was healthy. And just expect a lot of volatility in the next 24 hours, especially because the candle of this large will have a lot of volatility going on with longs and shorts coming in. So the next chart I'll be showing you guys is actually a chart I haven't shown you guys previously. So this is the market cap of all crypto coins in total. So we're currently sitting at 2.57 trillion. And I just wanted to show you guys because I found something quite interesting. So the chart looks quite similar to Bitcoin, obviously, but what I want to show you guys is the weekly RSI I've been tracking on Bitcoin to you guys since I started making videos. On the total market cap, however, we're actually breaking out on the weekly RSI. So as you can see here, technically right now, if we close as we are in the next 4 days, it's technically a break to the upside, and it's showing there's a low seller exhaustion, and it's pretty much front running the probabilities that we will be breaking out of here. So it's looking quite good. Ideally, what I would like to see is stay above the 2.55 trillion area and then break out of his downtrend. So once we break out of his downtrend, it's looking quite good for a leg up to the upside. And when it comes to just these findings, it's definitely looking like this is sort of front running what Bitcoin is about to do probably sometime early in May. Because as you can see, it's looking like it's probably going to take a bit longer for Bitcoin to actually break out of this weekly RSI level. And ideally what happens is it still consolidates for a few more weeks and then we actually get that breakout. So as you can see here, it's probably going to take, let me just redraw that. So yeah, it's probably going to take at least another 2 weeks or so to actually get to a breakout point. So 14 days, whereas the total coin market cap is already trading above our breakout area. Let's see how it goes. I'll show you this chart more often and we'll keep up to date with this. When it comes to stock market, I would say same thoughts when it comes to retests. Currently, like the stock market is retesting major resistance levels. So the 5450 area and the 5400 is definitely a major point in resistance we're testing. And to be honest, nothing has really changed. I'll show you guys before. I want to see this downtrend get broken. And if the downtrend doesn't get broken, we're probably going to roll over from here. So we definitely want to see this consolidate at this support level, then breakout, because once we get this breakout confirmation, I would then say, yes, stock market is definitely on the cards for an all-time high. But else, this is just all noise, and I would definitely be careful for the next 2 days or so, because it's even worse for the stock market. This green daily chart is absolutely massive, and I do expect at least some bit of retracement going on in the next 48 hours, and just expect massive volatility, because these kind of massive green days tend to get a lot of retracements and dips. So just be careful out there. And when it comes to the next charts, liquidation heat map, let me just do a quick refresh. We have a lot of liquidation levels coming up. So there's a lot of late longs getting built up here. So I do suspect a dip into the 81 to 79k region in the next 48 hours. And when it comes to continuation, I definitely would like to see the 82k region be held until next week. And I'll definitely want to see a weekly close above the 82k and 83k. If we get that weekly close, it's looking very good for Bitcoin, and I do suspect continuation to the upside. Before playing the latter part of the video, I'm just going to play a video that sponsors the channel. It's a Sigma trading bot. They actually just released the web app today, and I will be doing a tutorial guide because I genuinely use this product and it's very good. The web app just released today. I have been using the Telegram bot app, but in my opinion, the web app is definitely a step forward because it's way easier to use. I'm actually doing a $1,000 giveaway every month to users that sign up with the link in the description below. So definitely give it a try, see how you guys feel with it, because personally, when it comes to trading, it is the fastest trading bot on base chain as well as other EVM chains. So give it a go. And to be honest, just let me know in the comments below if you guys like it, because I generally use it. I've used it for over a year. I'll see you in the latter part of the video. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you guys are looking for the fastest trading bot on base chain, EVM chains, as well as Solana support soon, click on the link in the description below. I'll be giving away $1,000 per month to those users that trade and fund their wallets on the Sigma trading bot. It also supports the channel, so it'll be really appreciated if you guys have a look at what the product is, because personally, I've been using it because it replaces my DEX needs, and I've actually been using it since March 2024. And the main reasons why I've been using it is, first of all, it's got full mobile and desktop support, so it's on Telegram, it's a bot on Telegram, and because it's on Telegram, it's so much more convenient to make my trades when I'm out and about, as well as multiple features I've been using to make 10 to 100x multiples on new coin deployments. So one of the main features is the auto sniping tool. So what this does is, since Sigma Trading Bot is the fastest bot on base as well as other EVM chains, you're able to snipe new token deployments and be one of the first buyers to new token launches. I've also been using the copy trading tool, which allows me to copy trade profitable wallets and pretty much just copy exactly what they've been doing. But why you guys should be trusting it? Personally, I've been using it since 2024, like March of 2024, and it's got over $3 billion in total volume with integrations and partnerships with other top protocols like Virtuals, which is the #1 AI protocol on base chain. And like, since it's been around for so long and it's got so much volume, it's got a pretty good track record. It's never been hacked. And I've been using it on and off since the deployment, and I've been quite happy with the product. It's developed and evolved a lot over time, and the partnership, in my opinion, was sort of a no-brainer because I personally use it for my own trading needs. And with me partnering with them, I'm actually able to give out $250 to 5 winners every month. So it's sort of a no-brainer to use my link in the description and just to give it a go and give it a try, because I've been using it. I've been quite happy with the tool. And they're actually going to be releasing a new web app that sort of supplements the Telegram app. So obviously, depending on your preference, if you like a web app or a Telegram app, you can give it a go when that releases. And thank you for supporting the channel. We'll go to the next segment in the video. Alright, next up is tweet from Poseidon. So I showed you guys this tweet yesterday, and it's just to give you an update where we were start of this week. Start of this week, there was absolute peak fear. And all we were doing really across all the charts mainly, which is retesting support and looking for continuation. So when it comes to update to this, nothing has really changed. We've retested support, as you can see on the stock market as well as Bitcoin. And when it comes to what happens in the future, what we'd like to see is some confirmed breakouts, because currently nothing has really changed. And all we could really do is, if it's a truly a bear market, is just roll over from here. So this was a great chart to look at because it just aligned with my thesis that we're testing support for all markets, and it's sort of like a make or break point because it's a major inflection point. And I did expect at the very least relief bounces across the board, but when it comes to reversals, we definitely need to see more price action. Another tweet by Matthew. So this was another tweet I showed you guys yesterday. So we saw Bitcoin testing the weekly super trend, and we retested at the 74K area, and obviously we had a major bounce from there, which just shows to you like some confluence that look, for major support levels, at the very least, expect a relief bounce. And when it comes to reversals, we do need to see trends changing. And my definition, I guess, thesis to you guys is a actual reversal is when we break out of his broadening wedge, as well as the weekly RSI breaking out. So for now, we're in a relief bounce. There hasn't been an actual reversal being made yet, and one daily green candle isn't enough. Our next tweet is by Ask Crypto Wealth. So as you can see here, for the Bitcoin to the VIX chart, so it's Bitcoin divided by VIX, we bounce right off the support levels. So as you can see, deflation scare, COVID, and tariffs, as well as the Asia crash, we retest it picture perfect. So that's just a textbook perfect retest. And when it comes to where we go from here, we could test it again. And if we do test it again in the immediate short term, I do suspect for this chart to actually break down, which would be quite bearish. But at the very least, it's looking like support level did hold as usual. And as I always say, support is support until it isn't. So at the very least, we do expect this to hold for the foreseeable future, and probabilities are that we'll probably continue to the upside, just based on the fact every time we've retested it, we've actually gone up exponentially. Next tweet is by Credible Crypto. He's a very informative trader, and he's probably one of the better lower time frame traders. So I like to look at what his face is quite often. So his tweet is saying, how would you approach this scenario from a trading perspective? Look for a lower time break in market structure to downside. Identify local bounce zone on the downside, green zone, short the retest with initials above the local highs. If we don't reject here and breakdown, looking for a push to 86K at the minimum. So this is my major confluence to what I'm saying before. We're currently at major resistance right now, and what we definitely want to see is a break above the 83K region. And definitely our next level of resistance is the 84.5 to 85K region. Reason being is this broadening wedge structure, our major resistance is right here at the 84.5K. So if we do get some 4-hour closes above, and especially a few daily candles and that weekly, yes, it's most likely we're in a reversal. But as of right now, it's all noise. It's just a bounce off major support levels. And we definitely want to see, when it comes to news, being more positive. And we don't want flip-flopping when it comes to the news. And hopefully we get more negotiations with countries in the next 90 days. Because I assume the tariff break, and we can expect countries to negotiate with their final tariffs. Next tweet is by Rickuns. So the lesson, if there is one of the highest sell-off days back-to-back over the span of 100 years, then it's discount, not the end of the world. So as you can see, we had consecutive red daily candles, and we pretty much just had a massive falling knife pattern. And generally what happens is, especially like if you guys looked at the weekly RSI, which I showed you guys in previous videos, generally when we have a major bottoming on the weekly RSI, at the very least, we're going to get a relief bounce, and we got that relief bounce. And when it comes to reversals, we're just going to have to wait for price action. But it just shows that do not fade support levels, especially when RSIs get as bottomed as they were just a few days ago. So when it comes to that, it was sort of like, it was just in the charts. When it comes to the news, it's sort of, in my opinion, just the excuse of the pump. And it just seems pretty obvious to me that when the weekly RSI gets this bottomed out, we're very likely going to have a bounce from here. And we just saw that now. And when it comes to continuation, ideally we see tariffs getting like good negotiations happen with the countries, which would probably provide us with the reversal. But right now, the news is all noise to me. And we definitely want to see more news pick up, because right now we could just retrace the whole pump tomorrow, depending what comes out. So next tweet is by Ungovernable. So last few times the Nasdaq 100 had this green of a daily candle, was near bottom of the 2008 crisis, bottom of 2015, bottom of COVID, the more you know. As you can see, every time we had massive green or red candles, it was genuinely the bottom of the markets. And we just had pretty much the biggest green candle since the past 20 years. So it's looking very likely this is the bottom. But to me, when it comes to price at least, not sentiment, price-wise, we actually haven't confirmed a reversal. But when it comes to sentiment, it's looking like, to me, it is a bottom. But We just got to wait and be patient because we don't want to be firing the gun, because we could at the very we could just do one of these like we did back in 2021. Like we could be at this point right now and just had that relief bounce and we could just roll over from here. So we definitely want to see a confirmation. And when it comes to the confirmation for me for stock market, we definitely want to break above the key levels, which my key level at least is about the 5500 level, the diagonal break. So there's that. Next tweet is by Oz Crypto Wealth. He's just saying, do we now get it? So what he means by this is the USDT market dominance. Every time the dominance has broken down to the downside with the RSI level, it means there's been a continuation. And the continuation to the downside for the USDT dominance is very bullish for crypto markets, because the less percentage that's in the USDT markets, that means there's more money flowing into Bitcoin. So it's looking quite bullish. I suspect it's going to be a continuation to the downside of USDT, just basing on what it has done previously. And it just increases probabilities that, yeah, USDT dominance is looking bearish and it's probably going to go to the downside, which means more money flowing into Bitcoin and other altcoin assets. Next tweet is by Persian Trader. I promise I do not have a time machine. So as you can see, he quote tweeted a previous tweet he done back in January 11th. Imagine the smell on the timeline. So it was quite smelly at the start of this week. A lot of people were coming out being bearish. We had a lot of bears offside or either shorting the markets. And as you can see just by the liquidations alone. So we had $340 million in short liquidations, which is quite massive of recent times. And yeah, it's looking quite good. This guy predicted it picture perfect. I would not have expected for this to play out, but he predicted it. And he has a green arrow going up. Who knows, did we just conclude the wave 2 when it comes to the Elliott wave structure? Because a lot of people, and I'll show you a lot of charts in the next few videos, this could be the wave 2 to a major 5th extended wave move for Bitcoin. And if that's the case, we can definitely conclude that we're probably going to have at least a doubling in price from here, if not more. So if that plays out, that'd be amazing. But when it comes to that, we definitely need to wait for price action to confirm this reversal. Next one is by Dr. Profit. It's quite interesting. This guy was a bear the past, I'd say 2 to 3 months or so, and he's actually flipped full bullish. So that sort of makes me suspicious that we could be in for another low, just based on the fact there has been a few big, large bears on CT changing their stance and actually gone bullish. But nonetheless, the golden line remains strong so far. So the moving average I've shown you guys in previous videos, it's held quite well. And yeah, we're about the 83K region. So when it comes to the continuation of the bull market, we need to stay above this moving average. Wicking below is fine, just like we did yesterday and just like we did back in 2024. But we definitely want to close above and get as far away as we can from that moving average. But when it comes to that, it's looking quite good. We are staying above the support levels, and what I would like to see is a little bit of a retracement, little dip, and we can make our way from there. And when it comes to my opinion on Trump and tariffs, I don't really care. I just want to look at the charts and see that, look, it was quite obvious and the probabilities were very high that we were going to bounce from here. And the Trump tariffs were sort of just the excuse, in my opinion. And when it comes to where we are from here, you guys are going to have to look at the lower time frames. But for me personally, I want to see that weekly close above the consolidation area. And the total coin market cap could be the clue of where we're going in the next few weeks. It's looking like, to me, it's front running what Bitcoin is about to do. So if we close above here, that's confirmed a breakout to me. And it just shows the settler exhaustion. And when it comes to settler exhaustion, that means there's less sellers selling, and less sellers generally means price goes up. So looking quite good. Charts are looking good, but I would definitely be careful for the next 48 hours. I'll keep you guys up to date. And that's all to the video, guys. Like and subscribe down below. I'll look at everyone's comments, so definitely suggest what coins I should be covering, because I will include them all in, and ideally in the next few weeks or so. So thank you for watching. Peace.